Hi everyone. Welcome to the next session on AWT programs, on programs on AWT. This is dinesh Babu from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering from Jaipur Engineering College. So in today's class, let us discuss how to create some other Splash window toolkit components other than already we have discussed some AWT components like labels, choice boxes, and then text fields. All these things we have already discussed. And in today's class, we are going to develop a small application by using this abstract window toolkit components. So let us start the session. I will explain this session by writing a program. Right, we are dealing with AWT. So first import the package java.awt.star. After that, define a class with a name, and then write the main method in Java. Public static void main string args. So inside the main method, let us first create one container. For example, we are creating frame from the last 2 or 3 classes. Use the same container for this program also. So we already explained that when we are dealing with the containers, we need to set the size, we need to set the layout, and we need to set the visibility. So first of all, set the size of the container by using the method set size. So let us consider the height and width of the output frame as 600, 600, and then by default the components on the container are not visible. So in order to make all the components visible, we need to call the check visible method by passing true as a parameter, and then we have to arrange the components on this particular container. So here I am considering flow layout, because as all we know that this flow layout will arrange the components automatically on the container depending upon the size of the component and size of the output window. So in this program, up to now what we have done is, in the first line we are dealing with the abstract window toolkit components. That is why we have imported a package java.awt.star, and then I have defined one class with the name P4, and then I have written the main method in Java, that is public static void main string args, and inside that main method I have created one container, that is a frame, by creating an object for frame class. And then while we are dealing with the containers, we need to set the size, we need to set the visibility, and we need to set the layout. So that is why I have used set size, set visible, and set layout methods. Now let us create one label by creating an object label class. For example, my label is label space L1 equal to new label of, here my label is full name. Here my label is full name, and in this program, whenever I am creating each and every component, I will add the component directly to the frame so that we can view the output for each and every line of the program. So I have created one label, and I want to add this particular label to the given frame. So f dot add of L1. So now save the program. As all we know that we have to save the program with the class name which contains the main method. So the main method is present in the class called as P4. So save this particular program as P4.java. After saving the program, compile the program, Yes, there are no mistakes. Now run the program. So it generated an output full name. You can observe up to now we have created one frame and this is the frame what we have created. Okay, and the size of the frame is 600 comma 600, so its height is 600 and width is 600, and then we have set the visibility true. That's why we are able to see this full name on our output screen. And then set layout, new flow layout. So this set layout method will arrange the components automatically. So we have added only one component, that is why we don't have any problem till now. So we got this full name, which is automatically arranged by why, because we have used the flow layout in this program. Okay. Now let us add one more component. So beside the full name, I want the user to write something. That is, I want the user to enter his or her name. So in order to create some space, to enter something, we have to create one component called as text field. So text field, for example, my object name is tf1 equal to new text field, and I want to say that user needs to enter his or her name in only uppercase. So that is why I have mentioned uppercase only, and then I have added this particular text field to our frame. Now again save the program, compile the program, and run the program. Now you can observe. Here there is full name. It is only it is just to display something because we have defined it as label, and then we have some space in order to enter something which contains some application. So here I can add anything I want to add because it is a text field. It will display anything what we have written in this particular field. So similarly, create uh, one more field for father name. Let us assume we are developing some application. So before that field, I want to create one more label space L2 equal to new label. Here I have to enter father name. Father name. Right now, f dot add of f dot add of L2, and then in order to enter the father name, we need to create some space. We need to create some space. So for that, I am creating one more object, the text field. Here also, I want the father name in uppercase only. So I have entered some uppercase only, and then add this text field to the frame. Now save the program, compile the program. One second, return to the frame. So as all we know that label is a class name. By convention, it should start with a capital letter. So control 1 now to compile the program and then run the program. So you can clearly observe there is one space in order to enter your name, and there is one more space in order to enter your father name, right? So let us change the size of this particular window to 600 comma 400 and compile the program and run the program. And now you can once again. I have done this little adjustment in order to keep both the things in a separate line. It is the main reason. And then Now I want to ask the applicant about his gender, and we know that uh, one may have in only one gender. Either he may be a male or she may be a female. So at this particular point, for this particular question, the applicant has to give only one answer. And we should not allow the applicant in order to give two answers. So in order to create such type of things are generally called here as radio buttons. Yes, radio buttons. And these radio buttons can be created, these radio buttons can be created by creating an object for checkbox tags. For example, checkbox tags even equal to new checkbox, checkbox tags even equal to new checkbox, and my first checkbox is male, male, and then I want to create one more checkbox. Here my checkbox is female, and the object for this checkbox is C2. Now, let us add these two things, C1 and then f dot add of C2. Now, compile the program and run the program. It will generate two checkboxes where the user can select both the options. You can observe, one second, I want to add one more label here. Here my label is, here my label is my label is some L3 equal to new label of some gender, and then add this L3, add this L3 to the frame. Now compile the program and run the program. Successfully compile, and if you run the program, proper output. Also, separate one to make some adjustments. Yeah, I have made some little changes in the program. Now just compile the program and run the program. One second, we are not getting. Yeah, now you can observe after the full name, we have some space in order to enter our full name. After the father name, we have some space in order to enter our father name. And then the application is asking for the gender. So this have to take only one option. But unfortunately, when you observe, you can click on male, and at the same time you can click on female. So this particular component does not have any meaning. So this is not serving our purpose correctly. So we have to allow the applicant in order to select any one option from these two things. So in order to make that one, we have to create an object for checkbox group class. Remember this thing, we have to create an object one object for checkbox group class. For example, checkbox group space C equal to new checkbox group. Yes. And we have to pass the particular object name of checkbox group class to all the checkboxes which we where we want to allow only one option to be selected. Right? So with these changes, I'm again compiling this program and running this program. I don't know why sometimes the output is not coming. Let us verify now. We don't get the output. 1 second. Uh, I don't know why we are not getting the correct output. So let us put some code in documentation comments and let us try whether we get the output or not. Yes. Okay. So we have used the gender and we have created two radio buttons. First one is the male and second one is the female. So I have first selected the male and then I have selected the female. So you can observe the first selection was deleted. And if we again change to the male, the next selection was deleted. So this is how we can allow an applicant or an user to answer to give only one answer for a given question by using checkbox group class and checkbox class. Right. So next one, I want to create a. I want to ask the user whether what are the different languages he knows. For example, here my label is this one. My label is some L4 L4 languages known, and then I want to create four checkboxes with four different languages. For example, second, copying and pasting something. Yes. Checkbox paste some C3 because we have already taken C1 and C2. Checkbox C3 equal to new checkbox of first one is, for example, Telugu, and then I want to create two more checkboxes. Next one, is C4, C5, C6. Next language is English, and one more language I want to take Tamil. So now I want to add all these things to our frame. First, I want to add L4, which specifies the languages known, and then I want to add C3, C4, C5, and C6. So F add of C3, and then F dot add of C4, and then F dot add of C5, and then F dot add of C6. So I have added these four components. Just save the program, compile the program, and run the program. I don't know why I am not getting this output. Once again, I'm doing the same thing as I have done earlier. And this I just kept some code in the comment box, I want to see the output only for this particular code what I have written, what I have updated in the last 2 minutes. Yes. So if you observe, we have created one label with the name languages no. So the label is displayed here. And then we have created 4 checkboxes, Telugu, Hindi, English, Tamil. And some applicants may know Telugu and Hindi, so they can answer both the things. And some applicants may know Telugu, Hindi, and Tamil, they can answer both, these 3 things. And some applicants may know only one language, so they can answer any one particular option. So this is how we can create checkboxes. And in the before thing, we have already seen how to create radio buttons. So both checkboxes and radio buttons can be created by creating an object for checkbox class. In order to make that particular checkbox as a radio button, we need to pass the object of checkbox group class, right? So by passing the object of checkbox group class to the while creating an object for checkbox, that particular checkbox will become a radio button, right? So now, if I want to make something default, for example, if many of the applicants are from AP, most of the people will definitely know the language Telugu. For those people, I want to make this as already checked checkbox. So in order to make a checkbox by default checked checkbox, we need to pass true parameter while creating an object for that particular checkbox. Now let us check the output whether Telugu is ticked or not. You can observe that Telugu name has already selected options, but Hindi, English, and Tamil are given as empty options because we have not passed through beside this Hindi, English, and Tamil. Let us re-verify this option once again. So now I want to pass through along with Hindi. Now compile the program and run the program. You can clearly observe we have passed the true value of Telugu and Hindi. That is why Telugu and Hindi are already selected options, but we don't pass any true value for English and Tamil because they are not selected. This is how we can create selected checkboxes also. Similarly, we can also create selected radio buttons also by passing true value while creating a checkbox. Right? So next one. So for example, I want to keep all this code in common line. Now, what I want to do is I want to ask the applicant to enter his or her address. So in order to enter an address, he or she only single line of space is not enough. For example, if we are asking to enter his or her name, one single line space is enough. For father name also single line space is enough. Especially for address, we need to write the door number, we need to write the street name, we need to write the for example, mandal name, and then district name, and then state, the country, pin code, etc. So for all these things, only one line of space is not enough. So we have to create multiple lines of space. So in order to create that particular multiple lines of space, we have one class called as text area. So in AWD package, we have one class called as text area, which will create a space of desired rows and columns. So let us create one object for text area. For example, my text area object name is PA. So text area space PA equal to new text area, and in this we have to pass the number of rows and number of columns we want in our text area. For example, if I have passed 100, 300. That means I want space to enter something where the size of the space is 100 rows and 300 columns. So let us, before label space already L4 is taken, so label space L5 equal to new label, and here my label name is address. Okay, address. For this I have created one text area. So here I want to add this particular L5 to the frame, and then I need to add this PA to the frame. Now compile the program and run the program. Keep one thing in mind, I have kept all the code which I have written earlier in the comment lines. That is why it is not displaying the old output. It is only displaying the present things what we have added for this particular program. Now run the program. One second. Just change the values to some other values. For example, not 100. Let's take 100 and 100. Now compile the program and run the program. Now we can observe it is showing some space in order to enter the address, and the size of the space is 100 rows and 100 columns. So we can enter up to enter an address up to the length of 100 rows and 100 columns. So this is how we can create text areas in our program, and along with this, we can also create scroll bars. I'm just changing, creating a new file because I am not getting some desired output. Now save this particular program as some file. Dot Java. Now compile the program and then run the program. Let us keep all the things at the end of the program. Yeah. Now we can observe that we are getting our desired output by keeping all the things which are related to the container, that is set size, set visibility, and set layout at the end of the program. So now let us create some what we call choice boxes in order to enter data from. As already we saw in the last week how to create the choice boxes. Now let us create those choice boxes here. So we can create choice boxes by creating an object, a choice. For example, choice plus C equal to, C is already taken. For example, CC1 equal to new choice, yes, new choice, and then create two more objects because we need to add that is a date, month, and year. So use CC1 and CC2 and CC3. Now add the required components to CC1. For example, CC1 dot add of. For example, I want some members. From 1 to 5. So enter the things, change the numbers, and just copy it and paste the things. 3, 4, and then 5. Now do the same thing for CC2 also. But for CC2, create something called as CC2 has to display the months, because that is why replace this one with January, and then enter some name, January, and then February, March, April, May, and then add something for CC3 of add of, enter some years, 2000. You can have any number of options you want. in this program, I don't want to show much options because I don't want to waste your time. Since I am giving some options how to create these choice boxes. So I have added a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is the dates for CC1, and January to May months for CC2, and years from 2000 to 2004 from CC3. Now add all these choice boxes to the frame. So F dot add of CC1, and then F dot add of CC2, and then F dot add of CC. So along with this, I want to mention date of birth for that particular purpose. I am using this label space L6 equal to new label of date of. So now add this particular L6 to the frame. Dot add of L6. Now save the program, compile the program, and then run the program. 1 second. Just change the name of the program because I am not getting the desired output sometimes. Now compile the program and run the program. Still I am not getting the desired output. Yeah, because of some reasons I have deleted the text area, and now observe the output of this particular program. Yes, you can observe that we have languages known and then date of birth. So here we can select our date of birth. So we have only entered 5 entries for date and 5 entries for month and 5 entries for year. So if you want more options, we can add multiple number of options to the choice boxes. Now I want to create, after creating the choice boxes in this program, I want to create scroll bars. As all we know that if something we want to display on a computer screen or a mobile phone, if the screen is not enough for displaying the thing, we will add some scroll bars. We know that the scroll bars are of two types, horizontal and vertical. So both the scroll bars can be created by creating an object for scroll bar class only. So let us see how to create a horizontal scroll bar and how to create a vertical scroll bar. Now, in order to create scroll bar, whether it is a horizontal or vertical, create an object for scroll bar class. So if we want to create an horizontal scroll bar, right, pass the parameter as scroll bar dot horizontal. Scroll bar dot horizontal. And if you want to create a vertical scroll bar, we want to create a vertical scroll bar, pass the parameter as scroll bar dot vertical, and then have a different object name. After creating both the scroll bars, in order to display them on the output screen, we have to add both the scroll bars to our frame. F dot add of S1, add of S2. Now save the program, compile the program, and then run the program. You can observe that we got two scroll bars, and this one is the horizontal scroll bar, and the second one is the vertical scroll bar. I will make some. Yes, this one is the vertical scroll bar. We have created second, and this one is the horizontal scroll bar. So here, similar to this one, we can create these two scroll bars, that is horizontal and vertical. Now, let us see how to create some more components in AWT. So let us create menus. One of the important topics. So in order to create menu, First thing we need to do is we need to create an object for menu bar class. Keep one thing in mind, and here I want to throw some text to you. We want to create menus. We want to create menus in AWT. For creating menus, first we need to create a menu bar. We need to create one second menu bar. We need to create a menu bar. So I'm writing it's like this one, to make you understand. Create menu bar, okay, and then create menu, create menu bar, create menu, and then create menu item. Okay, keep all these, keep the procedure in your mind in order to create menus. Okay, and then add menu item to menu, add menu item to menu, and add menu to menu bar. Once again, add menu to menu bar. And keep one more point in your mind. If we add, sorry, we are working in editing testing, that is why we are getting some, whenever I type, if we are getting some syntaxes automatically. If one menu is added to another menu, then it will become sub-menu. Keep this particular point also in your mind. Here we are dealing with menu, and at the same time, in the same program only, we are going to create sub-menus also. So in order to create both the menus and sub-menus, keep one thing in mind. If the menu is added to the menu bar, it will become main menu. If the menu is added to another menu, it will become a sub-menu. And then, after doing all these things, up to now, if we have created labels, we have added labels to the field. If we have created text fields, we have added text fields to the frame. If we have created checkboxes, we have added particular checkboxes to the frame. And radio buttons also we have added to the frame. Right? While dealing with the menus, we cannot directly add these menus to a frame. Other than adding this, what we have to do is, we have to set the menu bar. We have to set the menu bar. As all we know that we already done something like set size, set visible, and then set layout. Similar to this, we have to set menu bar. So f dot, for example, f is a plain class object. F dot set menu bar and our menu bar object name. Menu bar object name. So keep all the things what you are seeing on your screen in your mind, so that we can create menu, we can create submenus. So I want to repeat the same process briefly. One second, listen carefully. If we want to create a menu, first we need to create menu bar, and then we need to create menu, and then we need to create menu item, and then we have to add menu item to the menu, and we have to add menu to the menu bar. And if we want to create a submenu, we have to create an object for menu, and we have to add that menu to another menu, and it will become a submenu. And then we cannot add this menu bar to a frame. We have to set the menu bar to a frame. In order to set the menu bar to a frame, we have one method called as set menu bar. By using that set menu bar, we have to set this particular menu bar to a frame, right? So let us, I want to show what is a menu bar, and what is a menu, and what is a submenu, and what are menu items. Clearly, you can observe There are some options in the top of the screen: file, edit, view, search, document, project, tools, browser, and then emit, window help. All these things are kept at some space, and that particular space is called as menu bar. Okay, you can observe this space is called as, the entire space is called as menu bar. And the things what you are seeing, for example, file, it is a menu, edit is a menu, view, it is a menu, search is a menu. So when we make a click on this particular file, you have multiple number of options. For example, you have open. Open is called as menu item. Keep that thing in your mind. Open is called as menu item. And then new is called as submenu, because while we make a move of our mouse onto the new option, it is displaying some multiple number of options. So it is called as submenu because it is not directly added to menu bar. It is added to file menu. So I already told here, if one menu is added to another menu, then it will become submenu. So here, new is a menu which is added to file. That is why new is called as submenu, right? So this is menu bar, file, edit, view, such, these are the menus, okay? And while we have a click on edit, there are some options. This undo is a menu item. This redo is a menu item because they are not displaying more options. But when you make a move on delete, delete is displaying some options. So delete is a submenu. Delete is a submenu. And then if you make a move to the right side of the screen, these all are called as menu items. These all are called as menu items. Okay. So now in this program also, I want to create a similar menu bar or a menu item similar to what we have seen up to now. So keep all this, what we call all these notations and all this, keep this procedure in your mind. So now we are working on how to create a menu and how to create a menu bar or how to create submenus in our program, right? So I'm deleting this one. Let us move back to the program. Okay, in this program, okay, I want to create a menu, right? In order to create menu, I already explained, we need to create menu bar. So in order to create menu bar, we have to create an object for menu bar class. So menu bar space can be equal to new menu bar, right? So after creating menu bar, I already said that we have to create menu. Menu can be created by creating an object for menu class, right? Here my menu name is, for example, I want to create the tech, right? And then I want to create one more menu, m2 equal to new menu, and here I want to write as m8, right? And then I want to create one more menu, m3 equal to new menu of, okay, new menu of diploma, right? So I have created three menus. So after creating menu bar, we created menus. After creating menus, we have to create menu items. So menu items can be created by creating an object for menu item class. Menu item class. For example, my menu item is ECE, right? ECE. Keep all the procedure in your mind so that we can easily work on this one, right? So EC, and next menu item is CSC. Next one is Jubilee, Net, and then Civil. Okay. So now Now, uh, so I want to add all these menu items to BTech. All these menu items to BTech. Now, BTech object name is m1 dot add of mi1 and then m1 dot add of mi2. This maybe copy and paste all these things. It will be very easy. One second. Semicolon, copy, yes, paste, paste. So now change the things m1 dot i3, i4, and then i5. Okay. So I have added 5 items for the BTech, and then same things I want to add for M2 also. That is, for example, M2 also contains all these 5 things. So add all these things to M2 also, and then for diploma, that is, M2 only contains, in for example, in our college, we have only 2 diploma branches, that is mechanical and civil. So add these 2 items, that is MI4 and then M3 dot add of MI5 to the things. Okay, after doing all these things, I already said that we have to set menu bar. We have to set menu bar, and my menu bar object name is dot set menu bar. Then now let us compile this program. Oh, 1 second. I think we have written some mistakes in the program. 1 second. Okay. Oh, we did not change the object names. Let us change this object names with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now compile the program. And now run the program. Yeah, 1 second. I think we have forgotten to add menus to the menu bar. So, sorry. In one, mb dot add of m2, mb dot add of m3. Now let us compile this program and run this program. Yes. You can observe on the top of the screen, we have got some menu bar. You can observe, and this is the menu bar, and this is the menu bar what we have just created by using our program. And if you make a click on this menu items, for example, on BTech, we have some mistake. Okay, no problem. The diploma we have added a civil and mechanical. That is why it is displaying civil and mechanical options. I think we have added the same options for all the things. That is why they are not displaying. For example, let us remove. Let us do some normal changes. I have added only one item. By making these necessary changes, we have added only one item for this first menu, that is BTech, and 2 items for MTech, and 2 items for diploma. Now let us compile and run this program. You can clearly observe again we have created some menu bar which contains 3 menus. Out of these 3 menus, the name of these 3 menus is, you can observe in the program. The names of those 3 menus are BTech, MTech, and diploma. So BTech, MTech, and diploma. And we have created some menu items, 5 items, and we have added, that is M1 means BTech. BTech we have added MI1. MI1 means ECU. So if we have make a click on BTech, it will display ECU. So ECU is a menu item, BTech is a menu. And M2 means for MTech we have added two things, I2 and I3. I2 means CSC and EEE. So make a click on MTech, it will display CSC and ECE. And sorry, CSC and EEE. And then for diploma we have added MI4, MI5. MI4 means mechanical, MI5 means civil. So click on the diploma, it will display two things. So up to now we have created menu bar, menu and menu items. So now look, let us look at how to create submenus. So let us create one more menu, and here my menu is menu space, yeah, m m, for example menu space mm equal to new menu, right? And here my menu name is CHEC. For example, our college name is CHEC, Chamber of Engineering. Now what I want to do is mm dot add of m1, mm dot add of m2, and mm dot add of m3, and similarly mb dot add of mm. Remember, mm means CHEC menu, mb means menu bar. So here I am adding m1, that means BTech to CHEC, and M2, MTech to CHEC, and then diploma to CHEC. You can observe, MM means CHEC, M1 means BTech, M2 means MTech, M3 means diploma. So I'm adding these three menus to another menu. So if we add, I already explained earlier, if we add one menu to another menu, then it will become a menu. Now let us compile. Let us compile. 1 second. Yeah, let us compile and run the program. Yes, you can observe now. The menu bar contains only one menu, and the name of the menu is CH, and we have added BTech, MTech, and diploma to that menu. So let us have a click on the CHEC. Oh, it will display BTech, MTech, and diploma. So now this BTech, MTech, and diploma are the sub-menus, because when we make a move of our mouse onto the BTech, it is displaying some options called as ECE. ECE is a menu item, BTech is a sub-menu, CH is a main menu, and this area is called as menu bar. Similarly, MTech is a sub-menu, CSC and EEE are menu items, and diploma is a sub-menu, and MEC and civil are menu items. This is how we can create menus, menu bars, or menu items and submenus in abstract window toolkit. And with this, I'm closing this session. And if you have any doubts regarding the session, regarding the today's session or this session, uh, you can leave comments in the comment section. So I will give reply as soon as possible. And thank you for being patient throughout my class. And I hope this class will be very useful in order to create some abstract window toolkit components. And thank you very much.